my flower bed, sheer old bones dissolve as wings begin. Hummingbird, hummingbird, tell me what do you see? Hummingbird, my hummingbird, Lord, don't disappear on me. Hummingbird, your purring sound like conversation in cartoon color bloom. Won't you take me to the Andes, count for my size and the wind? Won't you take me to the Andes, count for my size and the wind? Hummingbird, hummingbird, don't disappear on me now. Hummingbird, my hummingbird, Lord, tell me what do you see? Hummingbird, will I find it hard to stay in flight? Hummingbird, will I see in the dead of night? Oh, hummingbird, I'm hungry for the nectar inside. Hummingbird, I'm not used to being so alive, so alive. Hummingbird, oh, tell me what do you see? Hummingbird, my hummingbird, Lord, don't disappear on me.
This is the Exeter Oddity Showcase. I'm Hillary Donnell. Today we are here with Mike Moore of Fire in the Field. And
Yes, indeed.
What would you like everybody to know about?
Well, today we're about to release a live record. We released a live single today, and we're putting out a record on March 29th for New Music Friday. We recorded it in Somerville at Pink Noise Studios. It's pretty exciting. Nothing to do with what I just played, but that's the full band. It's like,
So that was all, the music was all solo act stuff?
the music, no, so the record we did was the whole band all in one room, just recording a set of 10 songs we've been playing live. So this thing that I played is all part of a different kind of different spin on Fire in the Field. It's like going to the blues roots with the new acoustic stuff. So we've got like this sort of dichotomy of like heavy electric music and like this like more like stripped down like rootsy blues stuff. I have all these, like 12 to 14 tracks of this, stripped down bluesy acoustic material, and I was like, I should probably put this out as a solo record. But then I had some people keep showing up, like you kind of take signs as they come, and I had like a few gigs where people started requesting like the more relaxed, like more ballady, sort of more chill Fire in the Field songs from our other previous records. And I was like, you know what, like people see us as a band that does more than just this one sort of heavy thing. So it's like, why not keep that in the canon of Fire in the Field, because our fans dig it. So
Awesome, thank you.
You know.
Do you want to walk me through the song choice for today?
yeah, sure. The first song I played was Hummingbird, and when you say walk through it, do you like how
Just like why, maybe why you chose
Why
them
I
for
chose
today.
them?
Is that sort of because you wanted to get that stripped down feel out to everybody?
Yeah, I mean, I've been obsessed with playing in open D tuning, in open G, and open C, and a lot of these new songs are in those tunings, and it's a really nice full sound when you have an open tuning. It just sounds really warm and beautiful. So I think those always sound cool when you play them solo. Who was it? Someone has this great quote about how like if aliens land on planet Earth someday, they'll rate all of our music, and like at the peak will be like just a person and their guitar. Like there's something like really special about like those old blues records, like or R.L. Burnside from Mississippi, or like Mississippi John Hurt or Robert Johnson. Like there's something about like just a guitar and a voice that is really cool.
Town manager and Exeter Oddity Showcases, I think #1 fan, Russell Dean. I asked him if he wanted to send in some questions, and he gave me 13 questions,
Wow.
all prepared. He went over your website. It sounds like he's a big fan of your work.
Okay.
I just found out about you, so you got a new.
All right,
We're
awesome.
sharing fans, so
Right on.
synergy, it'll come together. So here's one of. Don't worry, you're not going to get all of them at once.
All right.
Just I've selected some that I think will work really well. So here's a question from Russ. So what music did you listen to growing up?
Oh man, so much great music. Really just feel lucky to that, my grandmother, my dad, and my mom. There's always music in the house, everything from Frank Sinatra to like, heavy Motown stuff. A lot of Stevie Wonder, a lot of Michael Jackson. I was definitely like a Michael Jackson kid. When I heard, my dad was obsessed with Neil Young, and when he played me, I forget the song now, but it was from the Live Rust Neil Young record, and I heard this distorted guitar, and it was just it blew my mind. That changed things a lot, because there was a lot of soul and like dance music, so I didn't really hear rock and roll until I was like I had already been taking piano lessons and stuff like that, and then I heard guitar, and I didn't start playing guitar until I was 14. So it was Neil Young Live Rust record that really got me like, whoa, what is that instrument making that noise? And then I think my dad showed me like Led Zeppelin. Bob Dylan was huge. Muddy Waters actually was huge for me in terms of exposure to the blues. I was lucky that I heard real blues music early on, because I think some people don't hear it until after they've listened to like Zeppelin or the Stones or something like that, which I did. Like after hearing Zeppelin, you kind of realize where they're pulling from, and you kind of trace all that blues music back to its roots. But I think having that exposure to Muddy Waters was really big for me. So yeah, soul, blues, R&B, Neil Young, Bob Dylan.
Something similar, but a curveball. Do you have any influences that you think might surprise people who know your work?
Influences like, honestly, David Lynch, the filmmaker, is a huge inspiration for me, just in terms of like how he approaches making his art, and like this sort of, damn the torpedoes, like I make what I make, and like, you know what I mean?
It's a powerful aesthetic, and the like, this is what it is.
Yeah, this is this. You know what I mean? I'm not really explaining it well.
Eraserhead is my most spiritual movie. Explain that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you probably can't really explain it in a way that's going to inform you inform the film like in a better light.
It's just emotionally there. It's just so strong visually.
Yeah.
Emotionally, it's really incredible work.
Yeah, nothing's hidden, nothing's buried. It's just like it's all out there. But yeah, like film, I think is huge. I mean, I watched maybe too early on, I was obsessed with Scorsese movies and, you know, Coppola movies, and yeah, maybe I was a little young to be enjoying that stuff, but I think I got a lot out of it, just like, because you're telling a story with sound and music, so why not understand other modes of storytelling? I'm a huge Stephen King fan since a kid, since I was like 15. But I think, yeah, I take influences from as much as I can of all storytelling platforms. But like, I guess this wouldn't surprise anyone, but Rage Against the Machine was huge when I was playing guitar at 14, because they were like in their prime, and they were like kind of like this really intense band with a different sound. And Tom Morello was definitely like one of my guitar idols when I started.
So since we're talking about the visual with the music, Russ had asked that I ask you about the video Tomahawk and kind of how you felt about filming it and what your process was.
Yeah, that was an experience filming that. I had the idea was so big that my poor friend Brendan was like, "Yeah, I guess we can film this." Like, I wrote this idea out, and it's like a million different locations in this one sort of thread that pulls everything together, and it was tough to shoot. But yeah, it was cool. How do I speak to this without? I don't know. The song is all right. I don't know, Tomahawk. How do I explain this song? You're really giving it to me here.
That's okay. You don't.
No, I think the song is about the cycle of violence, this idea of like violence breeding violence at its core, maybe. And yeah. So the video is me on this journey, right? To find this tomahawk, and what I end up killing in the end is a clock itself, and the lyric "time like tomahawk," this idea of like we're in this kind of cycle of violence, and yeah.
It's all back to the violence and trauma. David Lynch is here.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Mr. Lynch.
Exactly.
Love you.
100%. But he would probably scorn me for like explaining myself.
It's good for me though.
Yeah. No, I think it's about a character coming to terms with like the reality of the unsightly reality of what's going on in the world, which is on my day-to-day is not something that I have to deal with. So I think sometimes in a song you want to explore that and kind of be like, what the heck is really going on? So yeah, that was a bad explanation.
Yes, I'm running from the gun, and my heartache is a bullet, and I'm making a trench of swill where my lover's wings are clipped. So can we last upon this mast of time, not planning far ahead? Yeah. Yes, I'm running from the gun, and my heartache is a trigger, and I'm making a seam to rip. Won't you kiss my lip, reconnect? So can we last upon this mass of time, no planning far ahead? Good Lord, yeah. Said I'm running, yeah. Said I'm running from the. Running Yes, I'm making a quick fix in a long game. The past, a creature stalking. Can we last upon this mass of time, not planning far ahead? Good Lord, yeah. Or are we just whatever people want and fear and heat and dread? Come on now. Yes, I'm running from the gun. Oh yeah, I'm running from the gun. Good Lord, I'm running from that gun. Come on, I'm running from the gun.
Here's another kind of interesting, more like a process question, like a business question from
Yeah.
Russ. He was really curious about, you guys mentioned on your website blurb that you've licensed a song
Yep.
to a channel, the Discovery Channel, I believe, specifically.
Yeah.
So his question is, how did the licensing happen? Sort of what does this mean, and kind of where is the use?
Sure, yeah. Where is the use? There are very few ways to make money in the current musical landscape. You can make money playing weddings. You know, you can make money playing solo gigs for 3 hours. It's tough for a band that plays clubs, loud, rock and roll, you know, to make a living doing it. Going on the road is great, not super profitable at the level that we're operating at. So licensing is one of those things that offers some glimmer of hope to actually, you know, make a return on your investment in your art. But again, the reason that a channel like Discovery Channel or any cable network is going to use a band like mine is because they can pay cheap money to use our music, which is fine. I'd rather be in the show than not be in the show. And it's paid out, you know, for us. But in terms of like what I put in, I'm being very candid. What, you know, like what you put in to say to, you know, a licensing company to say like, we have these songs, I think these would be good for the stations or the networks that you know, sell music to. So that person is the middleman. The middleman needs to get paid, right? Because they're doing work on your behalf. So they do the work on your behalf. You get placed into a database for this network. In this case, Discovery Channel. We're in E, we're in MTV, we're in a bunch of different databases.
So is it just that people,
But
that the editors like pick from it and
Yeah.
put it in shows,
It doesn't-
like, add promotions and stuff?
Right, so if you get placed like with a network, it doesn't guarantee that you're gonna be in a show or anything like that. We got lucky. A year after getting accepted into the database, they ended up using almost a minute of our music, like straight through with the lyrics and everything. And that's actually how they found it. It was on a show called Garage Rehab. I think it's season 1, episode 4, if I'm not mistaken. And it's right at the beginning after the credits. And they used I guess the way they found it was by searching for a subject matter, because it's about like rehabbing like a lame automotive shop, basically. So it's like I'm singing about like, you know, some downtrodden situation, and it worked for them, and so they put it in the show. But yeah, so what does it mean? It means that yeah, you can make money in that way.
It's actually, honestly, from the other end, I would just thank you, because editors, when you look at a bank that you have of music, a lot of it
Absolutely.
doesn't sound like real music. So getting some like an authentically made,
Right.
like real musician's feeling, and not somebody who's trying to like do a little
Right.
guitar jingle with some,
Right.
you know, tambourine.
Yeah,
And
I
'cause
mean-
that doesn't sound real, and it's like 10 seconds over and over again.
Exactly.
And when I find a real song, I'll be like, this is something I can edit to. This is something that I
It
can
gives
make
a
story
feeling,
from.
right? Yeah, totally.
congratulations for you guys' success at the New England Music Awards.
Thank you. Yeah, it was cool.
And I would just like to ask kind of what do you enjoy about the New England music scene?
It's all about the people. From day one, I think, honestly, this area, Exeter, Portsmouth area, is kind of underrated and overlooked in a national scope, I think. Growing up, I mean, I was playing with players that were unbelievable, and that's why I was able to kind of advance my skill set, is because literally 2 months after taking guitar lessons, I was playing with 3 guys that were all better than me. And there's just amazing players in this area, people that I've reconnected with from high school who are unbelievable. So I just think that there's a lot of music lovers and a lot of great musicians, and that kind of, I mean, aside from just like Exeter, you know, the Seacoast area, what do I love about the New England music scene? I mean, Boston was a cool place to go to college. That's where we got like created like a buzz around the band. That was back when most clubs were 18 plus, and we could have all of our college friends come out. But that was huge for us. Playing in a band in a college town, you know, is kind of why we're still around. You know, I don't think we would be around if we were at, you know, somewhere outside of Boston. I'm thinking. Could be wrong, but I mean, Portland's amazing. I love the Portland scene is great.
I know I find a lot of artists from Portsmouth.
Portsmouth is
It's
awesome.
been really eye-opening doing this show, just getting to find out who's out there.
Yeah.
And having to reach out to people and have people reach out to me. You guys are really doing something incredible musically in this area.
Yeah, there's always, people are funny. Like, there's always this thing of like, oh, they don't make them like they used to, or blah, 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 blah. But like, everywhere you look, there's just someone who can play their, you know what off. Like, so, yeah, it's about the people, really. That's what I love about the scene.
Keep your nostalgia balanced. Everybody's doing amazing right now.
Yeah,
exactly. Everybody's making cool music and cool shows, and there's so much just awesome media out there, and there's such a rich art scene in this area. It's really cool.
I mean, the Stone Church in Newmarket, I mean, that's where I saw my first club show at 18. I still play there. You know, I love that place. Like, it just got, now it's like officially like a historic building, I guess, as of like a couple days ago, which is cool.
Oh, that is really cool. I actually didn't know that.
Yeah.
Something that will help people is knowing where they can access your music online, maybe how they can support you.
Yeah, fireinthefieldmusic.com. We have a store on there. You can buy CDs, T-shirts, or you can, if you stream music, you can find us on any streaming platform, Apple Music, Spotify, Bandcamp.
And now the live album you mentioned earlier, that's on there?
The live album is only on Bandcamp right now. If you go to our Facebook page or our YouTube channel, you can see. The cool thing about this live album is we're putting out a video of us playing the track for every single song. So that's going to be cool. So you'll be able to have the audio, and then you'll be able to see all the video of us doing it on YouTube. So that's kind of cool. But
that's super neat.
yeah.
Oh, sorry. Do you have a bunch of cameras? Was that another scary video process?
Oh, it's horrifying. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm still
really
editing
hard to edit it.
Yeah. Actually, our second camera guy, who was actually taking pictures, James. Sorry, man, I'm throwing you under the bus.
No, James.
He like sent me his footage, and like he's just like, half his like half the camera shots just end up like going like sideways or like upside down because it's just like I'm having fun. So yeah, I have less footage to work with than I expected, but we put the first one out and it looks cool. It's great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun.
Very excited to see all of that.
Yeah.
All right, this is a free space. You
Surprise
got
her.
anything before we take you away?
I got nothing. I feel good. Thank you for having
Thank you
me.
very much for being on. This is the Exeter Oddity Showcase. We've had another good interview. Let's go to that music.
Let me just remember the song first. Here we go.
Gotta get to London, kill King James before he taken the well, yeah. Mint julep, blood, and kittens. Don't tell their daddies where they've been. Joker wanna taunt the law, and ash and cinder, a stake in the game, yeah. The roar of the guillotine, yeah. Roar of the roar of the trailing in the River Thames. A mermaid in the city light lived in her veil. Black barrels rolling, TNT absent gun turning us pale. Greenhorn Lord, bloodhounds God, sniffing a spirit filled with contraband. Roar of the guillotine, the roar of the, yeah. Roar of the guillotine, yeah. Citrus stenching, metal locket, Claymore wrench in a Carno sprocket, yeah. Making up that machine, the clown of mother power dream. Ain't no begging for no nice ditch. Golden Cross hangs a blade of slicing saints. Well rides, Lord, the king jive, Lord, call of the choir, belting high, yeah. Roar of the guillotine, roar of the, roar of the guillotine, Lord. Good Lord, good Lord, good Lord, good Lord. Roar of the, roar of the guillotine.
All the weird ones.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna go back and factor.
Two different colored socks. Not a good look. Oh well.
I have two different patterns.
Nice.
Gun.